And Mhor, Kilted Prepper here. And sorry I'm a couple minutes late. I was having problems inputting stupid info into the YouTube thing. So when I get done with this video, I'm going to put the title and everything else like that in. But YouTube was not playing with me this morning, so I was getting cranky. Hey, Lori, how you doing? And so I'll put a title and a description in it later and everything. But today I've got chiggers in my freaking garden, and yeah, I've got chiggers, man. So hey Terry, how you doing? Chiggers in my garden is today's title. And again, I've been mucking around with YouTube this morning trying to get it to play with me, but it wasn't playing nicely, so I'll have to put the description in later, all that other stuff. But I was just having some problems. But I am covered with chiggers, and it was weird. Good morning, Ray. Good morning, Chantel. Good morning, Michael. But I am covered with chiggers, and I found out that I've got chiggers in my garden, and it was weird. I was like itchy and stuff like this. What is wrong with this? What's going on? And I was trying, so I was having all these little bumps and stuff like that. And my daughter recently got, hey Holly, my daughter recently just got over poison ivy, and I am deathly allergic to poison oak. And so I was saying, oh my gosh, please don't let this be poison ivy. And I was really thinking, where have I been that maybe poison ivy, I've gotten into poison ivy. And it wasn't that. And so I was digging on Google and looking up pictures and everything like that. And I've had chiggers before, but it's been like a bazillion years since I've had chiggers. Hey Mercedes, how you doing? Um, but it's and it's like you should see my back. Sarah was counting how many chigger bites I've got, and she stopped. I stopped her like 20, but I got chigger bites all over my back. I've got them on my belly, on my side, down my right leg, everything like that. And come to find out, I've got chiggers in my garden, and it's not fun. And so I was like, where the heck did I get this? How did I get it and everything? And then I thought about it. 2 days ago, I was working in my garden, and I was like really digging into my garden and everything, cleaning up the leaves on the tomato plants and make sure there's some good airflow. And I mean, I was really in there. And come to find out, yes, I've got chiggers in my garden. And so what I'm doing is I'm reaching out to you guys and asking you, what do you do to get rid of chiggers? Have you ever had chiggers in your garden? Because until I do something, I'm not crawling into my, getting into my garden and everything like that, until I figure out how this chigger problem is. Because again, I am covered. I've got like 20, 30 bites on my back, on my stomach, on my side here. And it was funny because it's all on my right side. And that's from me reaching in with my right arm and getting in there. And I'm clipping, tomato limbs and things like that, cleaning it up and everything. And all I can say is that my garden is infested with stinking chiggers. So, ouch, those are not fun. Yeah, they are not. They're itchy. Now, the one thing I do know is that if you ever do get chiggers or a mosquito bite or something like that, use apple cider vinegar. And apple cider vinegar really does help a lot. And it will actually kill the chigger, stop the itch, which is the biggie. And so, but yeah, if you guys have got any solutions or any ideas on anything that I can spray on my freaking garden to get rid of chiggers, please put it down in the comments below. And in fact, while you're doing that, do me a favor. Give me a thumbs up right now. Ray's got chiggers. Thumbs up and stuff. And like, subscribe, share, and then ring that little bell. So, but yeah, it's, but I'm glad I don't have poison ivy, because that was my first thought, because like I said, my daughter just got over poison ivy. But I was trying to really think, where the heck have I been to maybe get poison ivy? And I was just racking my brain and couldn't come up with anything at all. And so it was crazy and everything, because I just started breaking out like last night. And so, yeah, chiggers everywhere, all over my body. It's an itchy mess, and yeah, I've been putting apple cider vinegar all over me, and it does help. But if you guys know of any way of getting rid of chiggers in your freaking garden, or any poisons or anything, they're soft shell, so try an alternate with soapy water. What do you look, wellness? I didn't look at the wellness book there, Lori. I'll check that out. That's a good idea, actually. So, but yeah, so I am literally covered with stinking chiggers, and it blew me away. So I'm an itchy boy this morning. I need my coffee. And you're watching Coffee with Ray. Like I said, I was having problems with YouTube this morning. It wouldn't let me, put a description in and all that other stuff. And then finally, when I was getting ready to hit it, it blanked out and said, let's get started, meaning going live again. And it did that to me like 3 freaking times. And so I was getting very frustrated and stuff. So I don't have any title. I don't have any description. I'll put all that stuff in later. I'm going to find a freaking picture on Google of a chigger and make it my thumbnail, because, man, chiggers suck. And so, but hey, tell you what, while we're talking garden, let's do some walking around here and see what's going on. Let's go look at the garden. We haven't done a garden thing. Sprinkle diatomaceous earth on your garden. That's a great idea. They are soft-shelled, so buy BT. I don't know what BT is. I missed that message there because it faded out. Messages or comments don't stay up on my screen very long. So, but here, let's check out my garden. Boom. So we're going into the garden, folks. Been cleaning out my radishes and, doing some of that. These are just some of my carrots. I am not a good carrot grower. So carrots have been kind of a problem with me. These are some of my beets. They're still growing and everything, but check out these tomatoes, folks. I mean, oh my goodness, I got like freaking tomatoes everywhere. And, tomatoes. Got tomatoes here, tomatoes down in here, tomatoes everywhere. And so I've got a lot of tomatoes going on. And these are mine. But what I was doing, see down in here, I was like crawling back up in here and, cleaning out the limbs and, airing, getting things aired out and everything like that. More tomatoes. So, even more tomatoes there. But yeah, I was cleaning back in here, getting rid of this stuff and trimming some of these things up and everything. And boom, got freaking chiggers. So, but yeah, stinking chiggers, folks, in my freaking garden. So I'll try some diatomaceous or whatever you call it, earth. I'll get some of that stuff and everything. But if you guys know of anything else that will kill these stinking things, please let me know, right? Put in the description below and everything. But here, check this out. See how tall these, let's see if I can get here. Come on. See how tall these tomatoes are? I mean, these are pretty tall. But, but big tall tomatoes going on and everything. And then check out my zucchini. My zucchini's doing really good here. Again, got some zucchini going. I mean, these are some nice plants. Got a lot of male blossoms that I've got going. So a lot of males. And how you can tell males versus females. So for example, let's just look at this one right here. This is a male, and you can tell by the long stem. The long stem is what tells you it's a male. And let's see if we can get some other views over here. But you can see these long stems with blooms on them right there. Long stems with blooms. Those are all males. And females actually have, let's see if I can find some females in here. Can't really, well, maybe there's some females here. So maybe there's some females going in right there. Yeah, there's a female right there. See that? See that right there? Right here. Whoops. See that right there? That's a female. So that's going to turn into a female bud. And let's see if I can get a better picture of that. But I don't know if you can see that. Female. That's going to turn into a zucchini there. But we've got a lot of good blossoms coming in and everything. You know, beautiful blossoms and stuff. But, and then over here, these are all my dead cucumbers. They just didn't go. It's too late in the season. But I've got a lot of beans going right now. Beans are going. Sarah came out here and helped me get my beans going. So we should have a decent crop of beans. I might throw some more bean seeds out here as well. Now this is my yellow squash. My yellow squash is doing pretty good. You know, getting a lot of good blooms here, but I'm getting some good females also. So there's some females in there. Here's some, I think there's some females in there. Excuse me. But I planted basil also in among my squashes and stuff. And then something else here. I've got freaking white moths or white flies or something. They're eating the snot out of my stinking broccoli. So again, if you guys know any good treatments for that, let me know. And then more tomatoes and stuff, but my tomato plants are just going insane. So we're gonna have a boatload of tomatoes and stuff. And then here I'm going to, you know, plant more radishes in here. I'm gonna get rid of that here pretty soon, probably this week or something. But I got a few more beets over here. And again, my carrots are just, you know, doing crappy. I'm not good at growing carrots for some reason. But we're getting some good, let me flip it back over here. Come on, flip. We're getting some good tomatoes, some good zucchinis, some good yellow squash, things like that. And so garden's looking really good. Haven't done a garden update, so I thought I'd give you a garden update along with a chigger update. So yeah, chiggers suck, man. They suck. But yeah, so anybody got any good tips or something like that on how to get rid of chiggers and everything? You know, again, give me some good ideas, put them in the descriptions below and stuff, because I am not crawling back in there and cleaning out any more tomatoes until I figure something out. Because yeah, like I said, I've got 20-30 bites on my back. Yeah, you see me itching here. I've got them all on my chest, some on my legs, or my foot and stuff. But yeah, they had a heyday with me. And chiggers, yeah. And the thing is, they're not like a mosquito bite or anything. For all y'all who don't have chiggers in your area, a chigger bite will last a couple weeks. And they get this weird indented scab and everything. And then they're really bad at causing scars too. You'll get these little pits for scars and everything like that. So, but yeah, chiggers are, you know, a mess. But yeah, I discovered I got freaking chiggers. So, something else in the news today, and I should have brought this out. Dang it. I forgot to bring one of my copper rounds out here. But the U.S. government has just put copper, and this is the very first time they have ever put copper on the critical metals list. And why this is important. I've been telling you guys, look into copper rounds. And Right now, I think the last time I checked on J&M bullion, actually they have pretty good prices on J&M bullion. I would pick up some copper rounds because just yesterday the US government put copper on the critical metals list, meaning that they now need to find more sources and everything, because we were getting a lot of copper from China, and guess what, we're not getting any more copper. So we're starting to really look for copper and everything, and really securing copper as a metal. And so since copper now is being put on this list, watch for copper to go up. And so I really highly recommend, I'm not a financial planner or anything like that, but it might be a good idea to get some of those copper rounds. J&M bullion, last time I checked, I think it was yesterday, they have copper rounds for like $1.69. And so very affordable price. Jump on it while you can. If you're going to a gun show or you're going to a coin shop or anything, the average price is around $350, $450 for a round. So that tells you right there that there's some good spot markup. And so look into getting copper rounds, because now that the US has put copper on the critical metals list, that means that copper's prices are going to start to go up. And since it is on the critical metals list, it also is going to be shown as having more value. So more value means more tradeability, more barterability, and so forth and so on. So really look into getting some of those copper rounds. And the best place, like I said, that I've seen them is J&M bullion. I checked several other metal sites yesterday and everything when I saw this news come out, and J&M bullion had the best price. So like I said, they were about $1.69 and up. And again, this price fluctuates with the price of copper, but since the announcement has been made, I haven't checked copper prices this morning or anything, but copper might be some good things you can add. So you have copper, you have silver, you have gold. So copper might be, getting some of these rounds might be a good idea, folks. So that's everything I can think of. This coming week, I might be in and out of pocket, so I am not sure if I'm going to be doing, I'll have coffee with Ray or not. Keep an eye out there. Raymond, it will take 1 to 3 weeks to heal from Chiggers. Totally know it, man. They suck. But I'll be in and out of pocket. I am going to go visit with my brother for a little bit. And for those of you who don't know, my brother's got terminal cancer, and so this is going to be a visit with him, and it might be the last time that we actually get to sit and visit and hang out and everything like that. So it kind of sucks. But so my shows might be give and take, so keep an eye on it and everything. I'm going to try to record some shows and maybe schedule them out and stuff. But as for lives, I'm probably going to be able to do a live Saturday, but I'm not sure. So we're driving in and gonna, on Saturday. So it might, maybe, depends, I don't know. Prayers for your brother and your family during all this. Thank you, Kim. I appreciate that. So yeah, please do keep us in prayer. We've got Cynthia, who has polymyalgia rheumatica, which is wiping her out, and it's where the body attacks itself, but also it is really causing her extreme fatigue, and to the point where she just can't get up out of bed, or brushing her hair, or doing everyday things just wears her out super fast. So keep that in prayer. Keep my brother in prayer, and so. But that's everything. Do me a favor, like, subscribe, share, ring that little bell so you get notified whenever I add them live or I do post a new video. That's going to be important this week, so make sure you ring that bell. And then, we'll see you. Goodbye, God bless. Coffee with Ray. Kilt on. Bye-bye. Chiggers!